Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Fishing in the Midwest. Today I'm going to share with you my tackle grab tips and tricks for the day. It's springtime and the cold weather subsiding here in the northern states, and I want to share with you a few of my favorite lures to fish in the springtime during the pre-spawn, and while the fish are spawning too, when some of those fish are on the cusp of getting ready to be on those beds. Those males are starting to get around the beds and those females are starting to think about spawning. So I've got these 4 lures right beside me right now, and I know you guys have your favorite ideas and approaches to spring fishing, but I really want to share with you today my all-time 4 favorite types of lures to use when I'm targeting these pre-spawn early spring fish. Now I'm in Ohio right now. We've actually had 3 inches of snow, believe it or not, and just a couple weeks ago we were supposed to be calling for 50 and 40, just because of how these weather conditions can change on you just like that. So we've got about 4 to 3 inches of snow up here in central Ohio, and I've had to adapt with that cold water and that cold air temp. You know, we've got temps in the 30s. Fortunately today I got up in the 40s, but it slowly started gradually go down as the day started to progress. So I really tried to focus on the lake with these 4 lures, and I actually had a lot of success using these techniques, and I haven't success with these in Indiana, Illinois, and you southern guys too. This is going to work just well as well. So the first lure I want to go over is the old school SSR made by Stanford Cedar Lures. And again, before I begin, all of these lures that you're going to see today are going to be carried on Tackle Grab, and you can find them on their online store. So this is the first lure right here. It's a shallow diving crankbait. It's not exactly a square bill, but it's a shallow diving crankbait, and as you can see, it's a flat-sided crank. And this is a perfect fall cold water crankbait for getting around brush, rocks, and if you're fishing for some suspended fish. You know, today I was finding them in about 5 to 8 feet of water, actually with water temps just above 40 degrees. And that tends not to happen too much, especially in the early spring and when you've got this cold weather coming in. We've actually had some ice around the edges of the lake starting to form already. And what you really have to consider is if these fish are suspended, if they're tied up against cover, or if they're on the bottom. And I noticed they were suspended today, and I was trying to get them on the jig, but they weren't hitting it, so I whipped out this little crankbait right here, and they were hitting it pretty hard. But this is an awesome little crankbait by Stanford Cedar Lures. These are handmade baits, and they carry them right on Tackle Grab website. The next one I want to talk to you guys about is a shallow diving jerk bait. And this is made by AR Lures, also carried on Tackle Grab. This is a Minnow 110. It's a shallow diving crankbait, perfect for fishing flats, for fishing around cover, rocky areas, bluffs, things like that. Some riprap. And again, it's also a really great bait to use for suspending fish. I tend to use this in some colder water conditions, as when I use the crankbait, I kind of whip this out when I'm fishing 45 to higher degrees water temps. But if it's a little bit colder, like 42, a little lower than that, I can throw the jerk bait because I can stop that bait, suspend it right in front of their faces, and those fish will take that as an opportunity and grab that. The third lure I want to talk to you guys about, what I've already talked about in one of my previous videos, is the backstabber lure, lipless crankbait. And the lipless crank's great for working around dead grass, some of those places you may have been fishing when you were out on the ice too. This is a great bait to chuck in those good successful ice fishing spots where there's a little bit of dead grass, some brush, good riprap bait. And the cool thing about this is you can control the depth in which you want this to go to. And the last lure that we've got right here is the Secret Lures 1/8 ounce jig with a small 3-inch crawl on the back of it. And this is an awesome jig. Is just a great lure to use any time of the year, but I find it's very successful when you're fishing it in 8-foot plus water. And I had a lot of success with it today. I was actually bouncing off the bottom and swimming it and bouncing off the bottom. I was kind of changing it up, and this is a very versatile bait. Jigs are an awesome bait to use during the pre-spawn and all through the rest of the year. So thanks for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed this Tackle Grab tips and tricks of the day. And check out some of these lures. I'll leave the link in below where you can visit the website. And these are all great lures. I've had a lot of success with these types of lures. And stay tuned. See you guys next time on Fishing in the Midwest.